This is Freedom Global News.
Non-academic staff union of educational and associated institutions says it expects the federal government to start making arrangements for payment of salary arrears. Nigerian Medical Association says over 200 doctors left Nigeria to the United Kingdom for greener pastures. The Independent National Electoral Commission sanctions 23 staff members over alleged unethical conduct. And on the foreign scene, Burkina Faso's military rulers launched drive to recruit tens of thousands of civilian volunteers. Good evening, you're listening to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. I am Hauwa Adamu Kiyawa. Today's the 26th of October 2022, which is equivalent to the 30th of Rabiul Awwal 1444 after Hijri. Now the news in full. The Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, has said it expects the federal government to start making arrangements for payment of salary arrears for the 4 months their industrial action lasted. NASU said since all parties within the university system have suspended their industrial actions, it behooves on the government to start reviewing those hard stances it took while the tertiary institutions were under lock and key. The General Secretary of NASU, Prince Peters Adeyemi, made his remarks today while fielding questions from reporters on the sidelines of the National Executive Council meeting of the union in Abuja. He said a moratorium given to the federal government, which elapses by November 2022, should serve as a veritable opportunity for the government to sit down and begin to address the existing demands by the unions, one of which is the salary arrears. The Nigerian Medical Association has said from August of this year, 2022, to September, 200 doctors have left Nigeria to the United Kingdom for work. The chairman of the Nigerian Medical Association in Kano State, Dr. Abdullahi Kabir Suleiman, disclosed this as part of the celebration of World Physicians Week. Dr. Abdullahi Kabir Suleiman said that this year the Kano State branch of the NMA has chosen his Gidat Hospital in Dala local government to check the health of the people and are expected to check more than 1,000 people.
But I know that over 200 doctors were registered in the United Kingdom alone. That is not from Kano, but from Nigeria. Nigerian doctors left for the United Kingdom from August 31st to September 30th. So that's within a period of a month. You can see that it's very drastic. Within a period of 1 month, 200 doctors went to UK alone without any cost. Are giving them medication. Now here we are going to give them free medications. We are going to do free classes, eye exam, and then we are also going to give them do some dental. We are targeting from 800 to 1,000 patients. So we have been here since morning trying to cut them out, see them.
While expressing his happiness, the Secretary of Dala Local Government and Haji Aminu Sani Kaulaha praised the Medical Association for the way they chose the local government and said that they are carrying out work properly.
The Nigerian Medical Association for the coming to attend our people and helping them for what is happening to them. Medical doctors of psychiatric, eye doctors, and we are really very happy. Thank very much of all of people who are coming here.
Correspondent Safra Otijani Adam reports that during the outreach, the NMA checked the health status of multiple. The Kano State government said it will conduct eye work in Dawakin, Tofa, and Rimingado local governments to take care of eye health. Commissioner for Health, Dr. Aminu Ibrahim Zanyawa, who was represented by Director of Hospital Management Board, Dr. Nasir Al-Hassan Kabo, said this today at the Ministry in commemoration of World Sight Day. Dr. Nasir Al-Hassan Kabo said that the Kano State government will hold this campaign for the people of Kano State to ensure good eye health in the state.
About 17,820 Kano residents benefited from various eye interventions, including cataract surgeries, glasses, eye drops, and other medications. Conducting free eye camp at Dawakin Tofa General Hospital, the eye camp intervention includes free eye drops, reading glasses, cataract and lid surgeries, health education, and follow-ups. This year, we are targeting about 12,000 people to benefit, which will last for 3 days.
Dr. Nasir Al-Hassan urged the people of the state to go to the hospital and these local governments to check their eye health.
Free malaria treatment, free HIV and AIDS services, medical assistance to patients locally and internationally, among others. 4. Facility upgrades. Ahmad Abdullah Wasi Specialty Hostel has been upgraded to the status of a teaching hostel and already residency program has commenced. Facilities at the headquarters of the 4 newly created emirates of Gaya, Rano, Bichi, and Karai have been upgraded to Emirates Specialist Hospital. Also, construction of ultra-modern cancer treatment center at Muhammad Buhari Specialist Hospital.
Correspondent Safara Otijani Adam reports that the Kano State government has upgraded Muhammad Abdullahi Wasi Specialist Hospital as well as the health facilities at 4 emirates that include Gaya, Rano, Arai, and Bichi, with provision of eye care centers, dental care centers, among others. Another sporting arena, the Vice President, Professor Yomi Osinbajo, said the National Sports Festival is a crucial activity in sporting in Nigeria because it is the breeding ground and the engine room for the production of many outstanding talents. Aisha Mohammed Edliman has details of this and other sports updates.
The 21st edition of the National Sport Festival is scheduled to hold in Asaba, Delta State from November 28th to December 10th. Performing the exercise at an arena in the State House, Vice President Professor Osinbajo said the touch of unity symbolized peace and unity in Nigeria. He said that the touch was also meant to create awareness about the festival among Nigerians and also the world at large. Osinbajo commended the Minister of Youth, Sport and Development, Sunday Dari, for their effort at bringing the festival to fruition. In another update, Nigeria under-17 women national team, the Flamingos, lost the Colombia in the penalty shootout to reach the final of the under-17 Women World Cup in India. The game ended with no goal from both teams without the extra time and settled with penalty shootouts. Meanwhile, the former Super Eagles head coach Genetro has suggested that the ex-president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Amaju Binik, was responsible for the failure to qualify for the World Cup. After almost 6 years in charge, the Franco-German was shown the exit of barely 2 weeks before the start of the 2021 African Cup of Nations. And on tennis, Rafael Nadal will make his competitive debut in Press Master following week before competing in the ATP Finals to close out the season. In this year, Nadal has dealt with injuries, winning his 14th French Open title while using painkilling injections to treat the persistent foot condition and withdrawing from Wimbledon due to intestinal issue. Aisha Mohammed Eleman, Freedom Radio.
The global news is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and watch us live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradionig.com, or call us through this number, 082444163. Welcome back. You still listen to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. The Independent National Electoral Commission today disclosed that 23 of its registration officers are currently facing disciplinary actions for their involvement in illegal continuous voters registration. INEC Chairman Mahmoud Yakubu disclosed this in his remark at the 4th quarterly consultative meeting with leaders of political parties in Abuja. Yakubu said the Commission deployed thousands of its staff to carry out thorough CVR, however, few failed to comply. The INEC chairman also noted that the Commission would continue to protect the voters' register, hence the need to discipline erring staff. Conventional media as well as institutions have a great role to play by creating awareness, conduct, and ethics in curtailing the conflict in election. Vice Chancellor of Federal University Gombe, Professor Umar Pati, said this today while delivering the first plenary session on his paper entitled Social Media and Conflicts in Election at the 3rd Annual Kano Social Influencers Summit. Professor Pati said as If no religious politics dominate the country, campaign and election, which undermine the trust of the people, cause violence and tension, there is a need for media literacy in information consumption and data-driven journalism to have checks and balances and credible manifestos.
In Nigeria, over 100 million people are on the internet, and of these figure, about 37 million are on social media, which means a good segment of our population is connected socially and they are using these devices or platforms. Now, because when we are talking about elections, we know that elections, particularly in Nigerian context or even globally, may not be feasible as we know today without talking about the role of the media.
Some of the participants of the summit bear their mind on the occasion.
Well, the program is really educative. There is a lot of sessions that are talking about how to cut down fake news and hate speeches at social media platforms, as well as engaging the youth in election processes.
I have learned a lot from a lot of philosophers and academicians from universities. I learned how to write reports on social media and to verify facts before disseminating information to the general public.
Correspondent Khairi Rabiu Yusuf reports that academics, professionals, traditional rulers, students, and the general public attended the summit, which was organized by the Center for Information Technology and Development, CITAD, in collaboration with MacArthur Foundation, Ford Foundations, Haskin Kanu, and Pearl. And on History Today, Abdurrahman Adu Baba has updates.
On this day, 25th October 2019, Chief Board Judge Alhaji Aminu Dabu and the other board members of Nigerian Port Authority were jailed by a Lagos court for contract fraud. And on this day in 2010, Nigerian police arrested 10 local chiefs from Bofe in Rivers State community accused of murder in a land dispute with neighbors after 13 bone corpses were recovered. And on this day in 2009, Nigeria signed a deal of almost $1 billion with a state-owned Chinese engineering firm to restate part of its dilapidated railway system. And on this day, 1976, Trinidad and Tobago become a republic. Abdurrahman Adubaba, Freedom Radio.
And on business, we have Abraham Hamson Medina with updates.
The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has introduced newly designed notes. Governor of the Apex Bank, Godwin Emefiele, today said this at the CBN headquarters in Abuja. Mr. Emefiele says that the circulation of the new notes will begin from December 15, 2022, and that the old notes would remain valid until January 31st, 2023. He urged all holders of the old notes to begin to return immediately. Affected notes are 200, 500, and 1,000. He added that for the purpose of the exercise, bank charges for cash deposit are suspended with immediate effect. Meanwhile, a year ago, since the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, launched the digital currency, over 3 billion naira worth of e-naira has been minted. The platform has also recorded over 700,000 transactions amounting to about 8 billion naira within the period. According to the governor of the Apex Bank, Godwin Emefiele, said this while delivering his keynote address at the e-naira 1-year anniversary that held in Lagos. He noted that to achieve the set-out objectives of the e-naira, which is Africa's first digital currency, the bank adopted a phased approach, with the first phase focusing on building a resilient system and the onboarding of banked users, while the policy objective of the second phase borders around financial inclusion using offline payments channels like agent networks, USSD, wearables, card and near-field communication technology, among others. Abdurrahman Hamis Lamadina, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, Burkina Faso's military rulers have launched a drive to recruit tens of thousands of civilian volunteers to help fight Islamist extremists. Narazanna reports.
The commander of the force called volunteers for the defense of the fatherland, saying the aim was to enlist 35,000 new members. Candidates will receive 2 weeks of military training before taking part in operations across the country, which has been battling a jihadist insurgency since 2015. There have been 2 military coups in Burkina Faso this year, with the leaders of both promising to end the violence. Meanwhile, clashes between the Iranians, security forces, and protesters have been reported in the home city of Mahsa Amini after crowds gathered near her grave to mark 40 days since her death in custody. A Kurdish rights group said security personnel fired live rounds and tear gas in Sakez Zidane Square. It could be recalled that the 22-year-old Kurdish woman was detained by the morality police in the capital, Tehran, on 13 September for allegedly wearing her hijab improperly. Many Iranians were enraged, and the first protest took place after Ms. Amina's funeral in Sakez, when women ripped off their headscarves in solidarity. The protest spread quickly and evolved into one of the most serious challenges to Iran since the 1979 revolution. Sorry, Zenna, Freedom Radio.
And with this, we've come to the end of today's Global News. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Hauwa Adamu Kiyawa. Have a wonderful evening.